Dallas Mother Society for Great Sunset Years. France's Innorobo exhibition showcases the latest robot technology. Darmstadt's International Citizen Festival. Overseas Koreans Foundation's activities. Street performer Choi Se-rom promotes Korean traditional music. Hello, welcome to Going Global. I'm your host, Jung Se-ni. One Chinese couple made waves for holding a wedding despite record rainfall in China. The wedding was small, with only 10 people in attendance, as the heavy rain kept family and friends away. There were no firecrackers or flowers, but the groom persuaded the bride to hold the wedding, saying all he needed was her. Maybe a simple wedding where the bride and groom have only each other is the most beautiful wedding after all. And now let's turn to our first story of the day. As life expectancy rises, being prepared for one's latter part of life is becoming more important than ever. The first generation of U.S.-based Korean immigrants in Dallas, Texas, created a place where they can enjoy their hobbies and the company of one another, enjoying their sunset years. Let's find out more.
Trot music rings throughout the sports center. The familiar old tunes spark their dancing genes. They are members of the Dallas Mother Society. The youngest is 58 years old.
생활하면서 너무 어렵게 생활을 했는데 서로의 그 마음을 터놓고 이렇게 여가 시간을 보내니까 아주 너무 편안하고 너무 좋았어요.
The first generation of Korean immigrants were so busy making a living for their families that they didn't even have time to feel lonely. But things are different in their later years. Language barriers made it difficult for them to bond with their neighbors. The Dallas Mother Society was established last year to help the first generation Korean women immigrants enjoy their free time and build friendship.
저희들 이민 1세 어머니들은 저희 삶이 굉장히 공통적인 게 많았습니다. 별로 친구를 만들 시간도 없었고 그런 환경이 되지 못했었는데 이제 여기서 함께 모여서 또 같은 우리가 즐겨 부르는 노래도 함께 같이 부를 수 있고 또 저희가 알고 싶은 공통적인 것도 함께 공부하고.
The society has been around for only 1 year, but there are already 150 members. They gather every Thursday and not only sing and exercise, but also learn about how to use digital devices like smartphones. No longer lonely or disconnected, the members enjoy being with one another so much that some come from far away.
어머니가 뭔가를 또 이렇게 친구들도 교우도 맺고 또 뭔가를 또 배우고 또 자신의 삶을 또 활기있게 해가는 모습들이 자녀에서 볼 때는 굉장히 기분도 좋고 또 어머니가 오래 사실 것 같은 그런 느낌도 들고 너무 좋습니다.
Now that their early struggles are over, the elderly Korean expatriates of Dallas are rewarding themselves with bright sunset years.
Moving on to our next story. There's a growing interest in the upcoming era of artificial intelligence. A robot exhibition that opened in France showcased a variety of robots that we may encounter in our daily lives in the future. Korean companies were also there, presenting new robot technologies. Let's find out more.
Humanoids that can move like humans and power-boosting wearable robotic exoskeletons. Some 200 companies from about 20 countries presented futuristic, life-changing robots. This is the annual Innorobo exhibition.
Parce que c'est rigolo et j'aime bien aussi les piloter. Oui, surtout là-bas, il y a des petits robots qui jouent au foot et on peut les piloter.
Those involved in the industry can see how far robotics has come and which way it will go. They are engaged in a silent competition against one another. The technology displayed here can lead to new contract deals and market opportunities. This year, 14 Korean companies rented booths, determined to enter the European market.
Et la France et la Corée du Sud, nous sommes vraiment leaders, chacun avec nos spécificités pour autant, dans cette robotique de service, beaucoup plus que dans la robotique industrielle où nos voisins...
This robot was made by a Korean small and medium-sized enterprise and is capable of wrestling and dancing to music. A bigger version that runs on a different program can be made to do physical labor. Given that there is more interest in household robots than industrial ones, this robot is garnering a lot of attention.
Et nous avons choisi comme partenaire une société coréenne qui s'appelle RoboBuilder. Ce qui est spécial, c'est que la plupart dans l'éducation essayent de donner des petits robots avec des capteurs et on dit bah, vous allez programmer, alors que là c'est des outils pour inventer et fabriquer des robots.
The exhibition gives the visitors a glimpse of the not-so-distant future. It's also an excellent opportunity to see where Korea stands in the global robot competition.
Our next story takes us to Germany. Among the leading member states of the European Union, Germany is home to the highest percentage of immigrants. And within the country, the city of Darmstadt has one of the largest community of foreigners. A festival that originally started to promote understanding and communication among immigrants has become a popular tourist attraction. Let's take a closer look.
The city of Darmstadt, home to 150,000, is filled with visitors from the early hours. They've come from all over Germany to take part in an international festival organized by immigrants and immigrant organizations. The participants are determined to showcase the cultures of their homelands to the Germans.
Wir wollen auch die Leute in Darmstadt zeigen, wie Indonesier hier leben. Wie mit unserer Kultur, nicht nur das Essen, sondern auch Musik, sondern auch unsere traditionelle Kleidung hier.
Darmstadt began welcoming foreign laborers in the 1970s, and today immigrants make up 1/4 of the city's population. As the immigrant population grew, a festival was created in order to promote understanding of different cultures and create solidarity as residents of Darmstadt.
Über 30 Vereine hier und so kommen wir gut zusammen und es bringt zum Ausdruck, dass die Internationalität und die Weltoffenheit eines der wichtigsten Anliegen unserer Stadt und eine der Stärken unserer Stadt ist.
Among the approximately 40 participating teams, the Korean stall drew in a fair amount of interest. The adults began preparing bulgogi and kimchi 1 week prior to the festival, while the children practiced traditional dance. The festival was an ideal opportunity to present Korean traditional culture to Germans, who often associate Korea as an IT powerhouse.
이런 다민족 축제에 참석함으로써 한국어를 많이 알릴 수 있는 좋은 계기라고 생각합니다.
The International Citizen Festival invites visitors to experience the advantages of a multicultural society. The festival is becoming a model of peace and coexistence, not only for Germany, but also the whole of Europe.
Moving on to our next story. The Overseas Koreans Foundation has recently invited ethnic Koreans from Russia and the Commonwealth of Independent States, as well as 50 principals and vice principals of Korean schools worldwide as part of efforts to generate solidarity among Koreans. Let's find out more.
The Overseas Korean Foundation invited ethnic Koreans from Russia and the CIS to experience the culture and history of their homeland. 50 Korean Russians, including the descendants of Korean independence activists, were invited from Russia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Ukraine, and Kyrgyzstan. During the event, they visited industrial sites and experienced Korean culture and history, and learned about the development of their homeland. The foundation said that they hope to instill a sense of solidarity in Koreans and to ensure that this solidarity and identity as a Korean will be passed on to future generations. The foundation also invited principals and vice principals of overseas Korean schools to Korea as part of strengthening Korean identity education. About 50 principals and vice principals took part in lectures about the roles of teachers and schools. The foundation organized this training session to improve Korean schools and raise students' motivation to learn Korean, adding that there are opportunities to create networks between schools.
It's now time for our last story of the day. Many young people visit Australia on a working holiday visa, which allows them to work in and experience the culture of Australia. One Korean woman in her 20s came to Australia with such a visa and is spreading Korean traditional culture through street performances. Let's meet Choi Se-rom.
This is Melbourne, the cultural center of Australia. Street performers are a common sight here. However, Choi Se-rom's performance is unique. As Choi begins to perform with her janggu, or Korean traditional drum, passers-by stop and watch.
I don't know, it's very new. Like, she's young, but she's playing a traditional musical instrument, so that is cool. Like, it's like combination, it's very new.
Choi has been performing on the street since April of this year. She is in Australia on a working holiday visa and thought of performing 사물놀이, or Korean traditional percussion music, after watching numerous street performances.
지나다니면서 버스커들을 되게 보면서 나도 장구로 버스킹 했으면 좋겠다 생각을 했는데 용기가 잘 안 났어요. 근데 어차피 제가 프로는 아니지만 여기 사람들한테는 다 새로운 음악이니까.
A busking performance in one spot can last only up to 2 hours. Performances can only be held in areas that do not have parks, hospitals, or residences nearby. Because of such stringent regulations, Choi must look around for available spots while carrying her janggu, which weighs more than 3 kilograms. Despite it all, Choi performs 2 to 3 times a week.
일단은 제가 취미로 사물놀이 풍물을 되게 오랫동안 해왔고요. 제가 즐기기 때문에 오랫동안 해왔고 호주에 와서 악기를 칠 수 있다는 것 자체로 저는 되게 기쁜 기회였고.
On her off days, Choi holds 풍물 classes for the children of Korean expatriates in Australia. She hopes to plant the Korean identity in the children who were born in Australia and are unfamiliar with Korean culture.
제가 즐기는 거를 아이들도 같이 즐기고 같이 한국 문화를 알아갔으면 좋겠다라는 마음에서 시작을 하게 된 거죠.
Choi is spreading Korean culture through her passion for the janggu. Her new dream is to travel the world and hold 사물놀이 performances wherever she goes.
I hope you enjoyed today's stories on Going Global. A couple in their 80s recently completed a marathon holding hands the whole way. 80-year-old Kay and Joe O'Regan took part in the Cork City Marathon in Ireland, and the couple held hands during the whole 42.195-kilometer run. The couple took part in the marathon in celebration of their 57th wedding anniversary and their 80th birthdays. The O'Regans both had the number 80 on their bibs and completed their run in 5 hours and 23 minutes. Aren't they a blessed and happy couple? I applaud their courage and love. Now, Going Global will be back next week with more exciting and interesting stories from all around the world. Thank you for watching.